As you can see here, I've got photocopies of just a rough sketch that I did out, and this is very, very rough because I got asked during the week, well, how do you start and how do you know, well, what to do? So I thought, let's take something that is, it doesn't matter if we get it wrong. So I'm just going to try this, and I'm going to try it a few different ways. And I'll start different ways each time. I just took this one at random. I said, okay, I'm going to start going over there. And I'm also putting in the first line of the one beside it. So I've now decided these two areas, how they're going to start. And we can just continue on now. Just putting in lines. Now, I'm not going to try and be particularly accurate at all on this one. This is just, it's what I often do, is I just do sketches first before I'd ever make a video. I'd mess around with them for a little bit, and so this is me messing around, I suppose. And this is all for me. This is very much part of what I call Zen. It's what I really enjoy doing. Not having any particular end point, just saying, I know I'm going to start this one and let's just continue on like that, finish it off. And I've already started the next one, so I don't have to worry about that one. I know where that's going to start. And I'm going to do the one at the bottom now. I know how I'm going to start that one, so that it sort of mirrors the one beside it. Maybe not, no. See that point there? So if I come down this way, and then the next line, I'm going to line up with that point there, over there on the right hand side. That's the way I'll do it. And then come up a bit further out. So this is the way we're going to do this one. And it will look like it'll be that point there. So this is what you do, just keep idea of approximately where the points you're going to be heading towards, and that will give more of a balance to what you're doing. So the next one up is there, so about there, and you don't have to be too accurate, just get an idea. And that's the way you're now going to have a continuation of that point, and the dividing line kind of disappears. It just happens to be the central line of this design. That's all. So would you understand what I'm trying to get at? Where does this one got to go? Over here somewhere. And back down and up. Okay. Now that one looks nice. Don't see. That's it. Now we've already started this one, so we can continue on that one now. So that was the first line there. And the next line will be intersecting over onto there. This is going to be a difficult one for me because I can't move the paper because of the camera, and there's a lot of things in my way here, so it is actually a little bit difficult for me to do this. Now you yourselves, see the way I just came in there at that point. For yourselves now, the other one is going to have to come in to line up on that one. There we go. And then onto that one down there. So that one went up there, over there, that way. So that one now continues. So I hope you can see now the method I'm using, and it'll give you some confidence that you don't have to worry about it too much once you keep on sort of continuing. Once you started, just continue with what you have already done, and it will work out fine. I said I'll do another one where I'll start in a different place, and we'll see what difference it makes. It won't make much difference, I would reckon. You know, I've done this many times, and it doesn't seem to matter where I start. It still is nice, you know, we get something that we enjoy. Actually, that's what it's all about. Don't worry too much about it. I think it's a lot more important. Get out the pen and actually do something. Because this design now, there was no preparation in it. I just literally scribbled a couple of lines and then photocopied them. And this is just a photocopy. You can see that the edges are crooked, and that's going to be part of it. And I think it'll still look okay. Now in this case I'm actually starting in the middle. I think in the next one I might start over one of the sides. Oh, we don't know. No. Whatever mood takes me at the time is how we'll do it. So I'm wondering... Oh, that was a bit wide. That's a bit wide. That was a big slice of pie dough that I took there, wasn't it? It was no need for it that big. I said, doing it yourself, move the paper around. You'll find you'll get a much better control of the lines. But I like doing it this way. It's kind of forcing my hand to do different things. And at my age, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to exercise the brain, the hand, the eye, all this coordination. Just, I won't say keep it young, but keep it going. And now we know where the next one is going to have to go. It's quite obvious where the lines are going to be. So that one came down, so that went up that way. And we'd have to... What do you mean? We know exactly where they're going to be. No, that's not right. Ooh. No, I want the other one, the one in the bottom corner. So how will I do that? It'll come up and then across, and that will have to come down and across. I'm not making this very clear, am I? But I think, yes, because I want them to go in. I'm going to have to come across here. That's it, and then up. Yep, lining up there with the other one. And across and up. This will go up now to line up just there and down. Sorry about that. It just took me a little bit to work out where I wanted to go. Alright, well anyway, that's the center done, and now we have to go and pick some other place to do some more marks. Now time to do another one, and I'm going to start in the center again, but the first lines are going to be different. So it's fairly much the opposite of what I did the last time. So we now have a start for those two, and I'm just going to continue from here and just see what's going to happen. It'll be whatever it is going to be. Alright, so we might as well have that one the same as well. And I think on that now, let's just go from there. And this should look different, but it should still look, I think it'll be a twisted look that we get from it, which I actually like. I like it a lot more than these when they're too symmetrical. So let's go on now with this. No, I think that is, I much prefer that one. I like those twists. So that is number 2. And yeah, we just started in a different place and we get something different, but something I think is still quite good. And now for number 3, I'm going to do something totally different this time. This is going to be a very quick one because I'm getting tired, I have to say. I'm going to try and use curved lines rather than straight lines. And I'm thinking I will do the center totally different. I want the center to be more symmetrical. So coming in, I think from both sides and have a sort of a central line to it that's what's in my mind. I've never done this before now, by the way, so this to me is going to be a total experiment and it could be a total mess, but sorry, I'm just trying to sort it out in my mind here. I said I've never done it before, so I want more curvature in everything. So the 2 sides, I want them to be more or less images of each other, and whether I'll be able to remember what I'm doing is another thing. I said, now this is just a very first sketch. I'm keeping the lines fairly wide apart, and no doubt this is going to develop over time. As I'm going along, I might change how I'm doing it, but at the moment I like this rounded idea. It's coming out nicely. I like it anyway. There. To me, it's looking more like an egg. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. But trying to keep it rounded. I'll have to come over here. No idea how it's going to turn out, but it's different, totally different than the last ones, you've got to admit. And what's my design idea here? The 2 side panels should be the same, just mirror images of each other, and we finish it off there. No, yeah, do you know what, I like that. That's yeah, a bit different. So we came down there, that was that one, and we have to continue on down at an angle. Yeah, okay, maybe this is a little bit more curved, but I prefer these wider curves. But now you experiment yourself on different things. And you'll find that when you're doing it from one side or from the other, because of the free flow of your hand, you'll find one easier to do than the other, which means that the curve of the lines are going to change. Very hard to have the lines exactly the same from one side to the other, and I don't even try to make them the same, because I suppose this is what art is about. It's about the personality. Oops, I made a mistake there. Nobody notice. Don't tell anybody. I made a mistake there. And you know what? Nobody's going to notice. It's just part of the art, you see, you know, artistic license. People will look at it and say, yeah, there's something unusual about that one now. Yeah, that looks nice. We just changed halfway through, and you know what? Nobody's going to know the difference. So don't you be afraid when you're doing it if things go slightly pear-shaped. And this is actually pear-shaped, isn't it? Literally pear-shaped. Yes, it's ending up slightly, well, very different to the other one. But I don't think anybody noticed. We just shove it in there. Yeah. Not sure which one. I actually prefer the one on the left with the error in it. You know that? That looks different. Yeah, I prefer that one. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just trying to line up on the other one that it intersects around the same place, and I'll do the same here. Okay. And continue down, and I'll keep it rounded. You see, this is totally different to the last one, isn't it? Mostly because we're exaggerating curves rather than having straight lines. I decided to go for curved lines. There we go. It's like little eyes, isn't it? That one goes over there, and that should come up there. This is an interesting one. I'm glad I started doing this one now. This is nice. I say, get out your pen there and paper and get the confidence to make mistakes and to experiment. I'm really enjoying this one now. This is something different that I haven't done before. Yeah, looks like eyes. The one on the left looks more like a rose. How is this going to happen now? If I want to try and make this, give me a minute now, up there, and we'll just do a mirror image. I'm not sure how this is going to work, to be honest with you. Have courage, that'll have to line up there, and that will have to line up to that one. And then we come into the top somewhere. We'll just cross over. It's not centered. Okay, it's hard to have these properly balanced because the first drawing was fairly rough. I might have got a couple of bits wrong there. I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest with you. Maybe they're okay. Right, and across in, across and down. Yeah, is that nice? That's nice. I think again I had a couple of mistakes in there, but came out well. I'm happy with that. I'm going to do the same here. It's just this thing. Lining up with, just get your intersections in the right place. That's a lot of it. Let me come down. This one should be straightforward because they're not crossing over each other. I found the other one difficult with the cross over on them. I'll just try and do them both at the same time, and that might keep it a little bit better balanced. But you can see that the original drawing that I had was so rough that I was never thinking that I was going to try and do two things balanced. You'd have to measure them out a little bit better. Don't start off with a freehand drawing. Take a little bit more care of it. But this is a good experiment example that I haven't tried before, and I think I will use this. I might draw this out properly and do a proper video on it. Not that this isn't a proper video, this is a good enough video. So we have to, it doesn't look balanced at all. I'll go off to there. And do you know what, if that was drawn out right, I think they would be more circular. And they could look very nice actually. Ah, yes. Doing each half at the same time came in too far. Is easier. Oh, we just finish it there. That's nice. Yeah, I like that. What do you think yourselves of those three now? Which would you prefer? I think they're all different, and I like this experimentation at the end. That was good. I enjoyed that. Anyway, look, that's it. The query was, how do you know where to start and what you should do? And the answer is basically you don't. Just let your hand wander. Just get a bit of paper and a pen and put in lines. And then after that, just chance your arm and enjoy it and get involved in the Zen moment where you just draw your lines or your curves and try and keep going in a set way. Very repeated. That's part of the Zen part, where you just get into this one of from here, intersect there. From that point, intersect. From that point, intersect. It's something that you do repeatedly and repeatedly, and it frees up the brain. It just gets rid of all those things that were worrying you. I'm doing this on a Sunday, and this morning I'm 71 and I'm trying to go back programming. I'm learning a new language and a new system and everything, and I've been working hard at it now all week, and my head is just totally addled. And I decided today, no, come on, pull out the bit of paper, relax the brain, and I feel great now. Going to go for a walk. Don't have any troubles at all. All right. And you know what? Thanks for listening to me rambling on. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you got something from this. And till the next time, I'll just say, Slán Tamil, and thanks for watching.